it. Welcome to Let It Snow. As Canadians who spend a lot of time in the snow, we thought that was an appropriate name for the first webinar of the year. Next slide, please. So we want to talk about what is Caller Verify. Caller Verify essentially lets you leverage your existing investment in Okta to very quickly and easily identify callers in a much more secure way. I'm sure, as people have been seeing in the news lately, there's new tools that will mimic your voice, which a lot of banks use as their verification. So it's really important to securely verify callers for your important high-value transactions. Next slide. So some of the challenges of more traditional verification that we've attempted to overcome, which traditionally is either security questions or voice authentication, one that it's inaccessible, especially for those of us who have trouble remembering our security questions, which I like to blame on old age, but it's really been happening since I was about 30. Second, it's very frustrating. None of us like to be in queue at a call center being asked 50 questions. It's really annoying, even though we know it's necessary. And of course, it's just not that secure because most of those questions are easily guessable. You can find them on social media, and it's really time consuming. So one of the biggest metrics for help desk is that average handle time, and we'd like to reduce that down by providing an easier way. Next slide. So the outcomes that we're trying to get with Caller Verify is most importantly that better caller experience. Especially in an e-commerce context, you want to be giving your callers the best experience so that they keep coming back. But that's also important in your workforce situation as well. I think a lot of companies have started to think of their workforce as their internal customer. You're paying these people a lot of money to do a job, and if you're wasting their time verifying themselves before you do a password reset or things like that, you're taking away from the things that they can really add value to your organization doing. The second is reduced call handle times. So, for example, at financial institutions, they typically spend 5 to 7 minutes verifying callers. So reducing that time to under 30 seconds is a really big deal. And then, of course, making it more secure. So not using, easily guessable security questions or easily mimic voice authentication. And then a fourth one that's not on this slide that we've had feedback from our customers that's turned out to be a better call center agent experience. So call center agents often take a lot of abuse, same with the help desk, because they're asking people annoying security questions and taking time out of their day. So if we can give the caller a better experience, the caller's happier, then they're nicer to the call center agent or the help desk agent, and it just leads to a better outcome for everyone. Next slide. We want to prevent fraud by enhancing security. So traditional help desk or call center security questions are just not that secure. In fact, NIST specifically calls out knowledge-based authenticators as being insufficient. So we want to move up the scale of more secure tokens to something like a push notification, which can be offered by Okta Verify, Microsoft Authenticator, Google Authenticator, many of the factors that Okta supports. Next slide. And we want to make it just that easy. We want to make it one touch of a button, someone securely verified. It's easy, it's secure, it's Caller Verify. And in terms of your users' overall experience, I have a question. In terms of your users' overall experience, we want them to have the same experience across online, mobile, the call center, and the chatbot. So have a unified verification experience. It's better for your brand, simpler for your users and customers to remember and associate with you. Now, if you have, one MFA that you're using online, and then you're asking security questions in your call center, it's too disjointed. It's very confusing for users. So we want to keep it simple and have one unified verification method across all platforms that a caller or user accesses our services on. Next slide. And for the call center agents, we want to have a single pane of glass. So our first iteration of Caller Verify was a standalone application. But the feedback we got from our initial customers was we didn't like call center agents having to go between Caller Verify and their ITSM tool, which for most of them is ServiceNow. So we've implemented Caller Verify directly into ServiceNow so that you have a single pane of glass for your call center help desk agents. Next slide. And now I will pass it to Kevin for the fun part, the demos. We'd always rather show than tell, so take it away, Kevin.
Thanks, Tracy. So we have a couple of pre-recorded videos here that we're going to show you that will show the various use cases with Caller Verify. In these videos, we'll be showing the ServiceNow integration, and that same experience could be, as Tracy mentioned, like a standalone application or integration with other systems. We've designed it in a way that allows it to be easily embedded in any ITSM system. So we'll start off with the positive use case.
First, we'll show a positive use case where a legitimate caller is contacting the call center. In this video, we'll show you how you can integrate Caller Verify directly into any ITSM system. In addition to being embedded into an ITSM system, Caller Verify is also available as a standalone application. In this demo, we're using ServiceNow as an example. First, we'll show a positive use case where a legitimate caller contacts the help desk for a password reset.
Hi, I'm calling because I've been locked out of my bank account and I need some help resetting my password.
Sure, no problem. 1 second while I create a service ticket for you. Can you please provide me with your name?
Tracy Nyholt.
Great, I've found you in the system. Please hold on while I fill out the service ticket. I need to verify your identity before we can continue. Before we perform the password reset, we want to confirm the identity of the caller. Conveniently, we have a button located directly on the ticket to launch Caller Verify. Clicking on that button opens Caller Verify right in the ServiceNow interface and automatically looks up the caller based on the data in the ticket. From here, we're provided with a number of options. We can jump directly to the Okta Help Desk interface for this caller to provide other assistance such as password reset. But before we do any of that, we need to verify the caller. We can verify the caller using any method supported by Okta, including email, Okta Verify Push, Google Authenticator, and SMS OTP. We can also manage the authentication factors directly in the Caller Verify user interface. Tracy, to verify your identity, I'm going to send a quick push notification to your mobile device. When you get that notification, please click, "Yes, it's me."
Oh, wow. Yeah, I see a push notification. I'm clicking, "Yes, it's me." This is so simple.
Great. I see that you've accepted the notification and you are now verified in our system. Let's submit your ticket and get your password reset. Since we already opened the Okta Help Desk page, we can simply go back to that tab and send Tracy a password reset link. There you go, Tracy. I've sent a password reset link to your email. When you get that link, please click on it to finish your password reset.
Great, thanks. That was so easy.
As you can see, we're able to resolve the issue right away with increased security and reducing average handle call time, all while providing a great caller experience, thanks to Caller Verify. It's simple, it's secure, it's Caller Verify.
So now we'll show a negative use case where a fraudster is trying to gain access to Tracy's account.
Now we'll show a negative use case where a hacker is trying to social engineer the help desk into an account takeover attempt.
Hi, I'm calling because I'm locked out of my bank account and I need help resetting the password.
Sure, no problem. 1 second while I create a service ticket for you. Can you please provide me with your name?
It's Tracy Nyholt. Yeah.
Great, I found you in the system. Please hold while I fill out the service ticket. Tracy, to verify your identity, I'm going to send a quick push notification to your mobile device. When you get that notification, please click, "Yes, it's me."
Can't you just ask me a security question like my cat's name or my birthday, something on social media? I know all of that.
Sorry, for your protection, we're going to proceed with our enhanced verification. Of course, since the hacker doesn't have access to Tracy's phone, they'll be unable to approve the push notification. And the real Tracy will either reject the notification or simply let it time out as she's not interacting with the help desk. Either way, the hacker doesn't get in, and the IT security department can be notified of the attack. Sorry, I see the push notification was rejected. Unfortunately, we're unable to proceed with your request, and I'll be alerting our security department for further investigation.
No!
In addition to these use cases, Caller Verify also has a full API, allowing customers to integrate that verification process directly into their IVR systems. Here we have a quick video that shows this integration with Amazon Connect Contact Center, but any IVR system can be easily integrated.
In this video, we'll show you how Caller Verify can be integrated with your existing IVR system to automate the verification of callers before they even talk to an agent. Here, we're calling our friendly neighborhood bank.
Welcome to Friendly Neighborhood Telephone Banking. In order to help you, please enter your account number followed by the hash sign. Please hold while we look up your account information. Your account qualifies for automated identity verification. Once you have been verified, you will be placed into a priority queue. Please select an authentication method from the following options. For email authentication, press 1. For Okta Verify Push, press 2. For Okta... A push notification has been sent to your mobile device. Please approve to continue. Thank you for approving the push notification. You are in the verified callers queue. Your call will be given priority over other callers. Please wait for the next available agent.
So we built Caller Verify to extend that familiar functionality of Okta verification to the IT help desk as well as call centers. Caller Verify gives the same mobile and online experiences to the help desk that your employees or customers are comfortable with now, no matter what platform they interface with you on. As you can see in this architecture, Okta is a core piece of our architecture, providing both the factors of authentication as well as the user profile store. As mentioned, Caller Verify is available both as a standalone application, but as you saw in those videos, it can be embedded directly into your call center or help desk software such as ServiceNow. The help desk staff are able to remain within the ServiceNow interface, but can now verify callers on the other end of the phone with a single click of a button. In addition to push notifications, Caller Verify can use other familiar verification methods such as Google Authenticator or other authentication apps, SMS codes, and email one-time passcodes. And now I'll pass it over to Tracy to talk a bit about implementation timelines for Caller Verify.
Thanks, Kevin. So Caller Verify is easily implemented into your existing Okta instance in less than a day. It's simply integrated as an Okta application. So quick and easy, good time to value. Next slide. We've also been very careful to limit your personal information liability, particularly those of you who do business in Europe or places that are a little bit stricter when it comes to personal information. We don't store any personal information in Caller Verify. All the information is stored in Okta's UD. Next slide.
Also, today, we're also excited to chat about ChatV. ChatV can allow you to embed Caller Verify directly into your chatbots. With ChatV, you can expand that chatbot experience to include end-user verification. Again, using any existing Okta verification factor, you can ensure that the human on the other side of the chatbot is indeed the person that they say they are. With ChatV, you open up a number of additional outcomes in your chat experience that were not possible before. Some examples are including fully automated self-service functionality for password resets and account unlocks, having stronger security, enabling you to access sensitive information over chat, for example, displaying account balances, or even allowing profile updates like an address change. And with an easy and friction-free verification process, you'll be able to help your users faster than before. And with that, I'm going to show a quick early preview of our ChatV in action. In this video, we've integrated Caller Verify with Amazon Lex to show you how you can extend verification to end users and enable self-service features like password reset or account unlock. Here, the user's forgotten their password, and in order to reset their password, we need to verify their identity first. We provide our email address or other unique identifier. Next, we look up the verification factors inside Caller Verify and present them to this list to the caller. Upon selecting a factor, the user is asked to complete the verification process. In this case, the user selected SMS OTP. The user will receive a one-time passcode on their phone and be asked to provide that code back to the chatbot. Once we've verified the caller or the person, we're able to complete the password reset by either sending them a password reset link or providing them with a temporary password. And with that, I'm going to pass it back to Tracy to wrap things up.
Thanks, Kevin. And we have a question from Rachel. Rachel's asking if we're able to disable certain verification options. For example, if they don't want SMS as an option.
Yes, definitely. You can control which verification methods that you want to present to end users, and those will be filtered out.
Thanks, Kevin. So I'd like to leave you with a few client testimonials, just so you can get a feeling for how much this has impacted other organizations, so you have an idea of how it might improve your organization. Next slide. Any other questions?
So just a quick question, and I was looking at it from a service desk perspective, right? So when the service desk agent, for example, initiates a call to Okta to get into the admin dashboard, so that particular agent is using their own credentials, correct? Their credentials are being passed, not like a service account or something, correct?
That is correct. Yeah, it's just launching the dashboard using the credentials that the user logged in with.
Perfect.
Okta credentials, yeah.
Gotcha.
And then to have that password reset functionality, they would have to have a help desk permission within Okta.
Exactly. Right, like a help desk administrator or something, right?
Yeah, exactly. One of the things that is on our roadmap is adding the password reset functionality directly into the Caller Verify user interface, in which case the service account would kind of take over that side of things, and then you wouldn't have to grant those permissions to the call center agents.
So then it would leverage the service account that.
Yeah, exactly. In that case, it could leverage the service account to send out the password reset link or generate that temporary password.
Okay, so in that scenario, for example, and I'm just putting on my security hat. So the help desk person is logged into their computer, and the session that they initiate with the Caller Verify, is it authenticated to their credentials, or is it a general kind of?
It is authenticated to their credentials.
Okay,
yeah.
So then you take care of that. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
All right, sounds good. No, that's it from my side. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Next slide.
Yeah, I do have a quick question, if you guys don't mind, Tracy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, of course.
Yes. So just a couple of things. You answered my question about the passwords, but as far as pre-authentication before the agent picks up the call, with the pop-up screen, is that a capability of the tool to be able to pre-authenticate with the prompts, and for the agent to be notified when they answer the calls to see whether the person was pre-authenticated?
Yeah, exactly. That would kind of be a combination of the integration with the IVR system to do that pre-authentication process, and then just having integration with the ServiceNow tickets to flag that caller has been pre-authenticated.
Yeah, and I know you mentioned a couple of other call vendors and multi-factor identity providers. We don't necessarily use Okta. Do you have a list of the ones you integrate with?
Currently, it's just Okta, but we do have on our roadmap adding support for Microsoft Azure, as well as Okta Customer Identity Cloud, formerly the Auth0 platform.
Got it. And do you have your own multi-factor built into your product that you can leverage, or?
For all the multi-factor, we're leveraging the identity providers multi-factor. The reason being for that is to avoid having to register additional multi-factor authentication providers, and just use the existing ones that you're already leveraging for securing all your other applications.
And the only one that you're able to integrate with is Okta, or I misunderstood that.
Yeah.
Okay, so okay, got it. Thank you.
Any other questions? So we'd like to invite you to our next webinar. It'll be on February the 16th, and it'll be around using voice biometrics and the concerns over Microsoft's Valley tool, which can mimic someone's voice with a 3-second sample, and what that means for security, particularly in the banking industry that often uses voice authentication. Next slide. And if you do want to talk further or discuss your specific use cases, we're always happy to have a chat. We do have an online calendar that you can book on, or feel free to email our admin team and book an appointment. Thanks so much for attending, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. This was great. Yeah, thanks, guys.